So, Zadeta and DriftingPancake have once again teamed up to find something extremely interesting in No Save and Quit. 100% sure that this one's going to be illegal unless we can get this glitch to do something else, but yeah, this could save a little bit of time. I'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go through the glitch basics. So we're in Alhafra, notorious for very, very long cutscenes and all that jazz. We've completed Tandaria Tower, we have Burst, and everybody's dead, but that's, yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes, you know, people like to die. Alright, what we're gonna do is if this was an actual thing, we'd have a void up here, a void would suppress all encounters here. We're gonna make our way over to Strand of the Sea God. Very unusual thing to do, but we're gonna do it. Make use of this encounter dead zone, and then walk to Shrine of the Sea God. Get into Shrine of the Sea God, and then we're going to go for a little walk. We'll go through all this nonsense. And yes, breaths, cutscenes will play out because we never got them. Point is, we need to make it through to this room and go down these stairs. I'm going to build up some encounter steps because I can. And I'm going to make a save state. This door is very, very special. This is the only door that we know of that gives sand glitch. Basically, is if you can touch a loading zone with sand, you can go through the door. And as long as you don't stop moving, the game thinks you're still in sand. This is a very, very peculiar state. You'll see what it does in a minute. We're going to die, and we're going to death warp back to Alhafra. Again, we have to keep moving. If we stop moving, the glitch dies. So keep moving. And in we go to this screen. Now we've stopped moving. The glitch doesn't actually die. The glitch goes into part 2. The part 2 of this is that if you ever stop for a second, all loading zones and encounters are suppressed. So right next to me, like this doesn't make any sense, but right next to me is a 1 loading zone. I can literally just walk right through it because of the sand glitch. And just to demonstrate, I actually have sand stored. So if I press start right now, sand will play because I stored it when I went through those stairs. So that's why I can do this. So we can get out of bounds. That's cool. We can get over here. I haven't quite figured out this alignment yet. I think it's with slightly left of the barrel. Oh, I need to clear sand glitch. Yeah, okay, let's get the plank on screen. Sorry, you get this alignment, then you run all the way down, and then you hit this wall here. Okay. So far, so good. We run across here. We get this stone kind of off screen. This one on the right-hand side, just below the water. There's a stone there. Get that on screen. From this position down right. And eventually, we're going to hit a wall. Yay, we hit a wall. Go up 1, right 2, face down, and we use burst on this tile. What this has done is it's blown up the rock on the boat. Now we just run down, we hit a wall, we run left, we hit a wall, oh, we hit a 1 loading zone. And you can see that something has changed because all the Alhafrans are like chilling and we can't escape Alhafra. We go back here, we go into Eastern Alhafra, we hit 22, and these cutscenes play out. So that's like how you do the glitch. It's all contingent on this sand glitch trick. But yeah, if you ever stop moving, you don't get encounters, loading zones are turned off, and you can't do anything with it. So you have to keep moving to generate that first encounter and get that death warp going. Cool, so that's nice. How much time does it save? Well, we don't know. We have an idea. Zadeta did some timing, and based off of Chronicles PB, we are estimating that there's about 6.5 to 7 minutes of time investment in the current route. So what does that mean? The current route, basically going from Bodji to Alhafra, doing all the stuff, getting the cutscenes up to the cutscene triggers, about 7.5 minutes. We think the sequence takes about 5 minutes, so it could be anywhere from a minute and a half to 2 minutes time save. And the reason that we can do it is there's a neat little sequence that I worked out a long time ago for 100%, which involves setting Alhafra as your death warp point instead of Apogee. Let's review really quick. The point is, you've done Serpent, you've done Aqua Rock, and now you're going to Tandaria, where we usually do our death warp sequence and all that nonsense. But instead of doing that first, we make a detour up to Alhafra. We do that using the reverse Yampi trick, we do a void, and we do all that nonsense, and we can get to set this as our death warp location. I estimate that this takes about 120 seconds, including PP drain, if you can do good PP drain on Felix to set up the retreat glitch to do reverse Yampi. But 120 seconds to do that, give or take. We'll get more refined timings in time. Then you return to Tandaria. Like there are some other benefits to the sequence as well, like later first encounter in Tandaria and all that nonsense, so that's kind of cool as well, but whatever. Going through Tandaria as normal, you death warp, but instead of death warping to here, you are now death warping to here. At this point, you jam on a void, and you go up to Shrine of the Sea God, you set Sanglitch, and because Felix is already at 1 HP, it's a very, very quick death warp back. I think the death warp back takes about 110 seconds. That whole sequence of leaving Alhafra, setting Sanglitch, and dying, about 110 seconds from my very, very rough timing. To do that out of bounds sequence that I just demonstrated, I estimate about 70 seconds. It could be a bit more, it could be a bit less, because it is out of bounds and a bit strange, so whatever. You add it all up, it's about 5 minutes, versus the 6.5 to 7 minutes. That's a really terrible 7. 6.5 to 7 minutes that you'd spend otherwise going through the same sequence and getting to the same state. So it seems like this is a time saver. We have to do a little bit more work on this just to be sure that it does save time. But it's a very, very, very cool discovery by Zadeta and Pancake once again. Like, very, very, very interesting. And yeah, it's way better than mashing through cutscenes.